Welcome. Today, we're diving into how convenience technologies are quietly redesigning what it means to be independent. Think about your daily routine. With just a few taps, you can order food, get directions, or find instant answers. These technologies are woven into our lives, making everything smoother and faster. But as we grow more reliant on these tools, it's worth asking, what are we giving up in exchange for all this ease? Are we trading away skills, resilience, or even a bit of our independence? Let's explore how convenience is everywhere and why it matters for the way we live and think. Dependence once meant figuring things out for yourself, solving problems, planning ahead, and learning through trial and error. Mistakes weren't just setbacks, they were valuable lessons that built confidence and resilience over time. In the past, being independent was about capability, not comfort. You had to rely on your own skills and judgment, and every challenge was a chance to grow. Today, with technology handling so many tasks, the definition of independence is shifting. Are we losing something essential as we move away from doing things ourselves? Let's look at how our relationship with independence has changed. Today, convenience tools handle tasks that once required real mental effort. Navigation apps guide us turn by turn, and algorithms decide what we watch or read. While these tools are helpful, they also mean we practice certain skills less often. Over time, we may find ourselves relying on technology for things we used to do on our own, and our internal abilities can quietly weaken. This shift isn't always obvious, but it's important to notice how our skills and independence are being shaped by the tools we use every day. When algorithms and apps make decisions for us, life feels easier. We don't have to think as hard or reflect as much on our choices. Over time, this can make our preferences feel less like our own and more like something shaped by outside influences. The comfort of outsourcing decisions is real, but it comes with a subtle cost. We may lose touch with our own intentional thinking and self-awareness. This shift can happen so gradually that we barely notice it, but it's worth paying attention to how much control we're really giving up. Often mistake efficiency for strength. When everything is optimized for ease, our tolerance for effort can decline. True independence isn't just about getting things done quickly, it's about being able to handle challenges and learn from them. As technology makes life more efficient, it's easy to forget that capability comes from facing difficulty, not avoiding it. If we always choose the easiest path, we may find our skills and resilience quietly fading. It's important to remember that growth often comes from effort, not just from speed. There's a fine line between using tools for help and becoming dependent on them. Assistance is great, but when we stop understanding how things work, we become more vulnerable. Tools can turn into crutches, and shortcuts can replace real understanding. It's easy for dependence to grow unnoticed, so staying aware of how and why we use technology is key to maintaining our independence. Effort becomes optional, our confidence and motivation can change. Avoiding challenges means we miss out on opportunities for growth. Over time, independence relies less on what we do and more on what we skip. The psychological impact of constant convenience is subtle but real. Motivation shifts, confidence can decline, and the space for personal growth shrinks. Staying aware of these changes helps us make more intentional choices about how we use technology. Technology often gives us the feeling of control through customization and choice. But behind the scenes, algorithms and systems are shaping our options in ways we might not notice. This creates an illusion of autonomy, where we feel empowered but are actually being subtly guided. True independence requires awareness, knowing when our choices are truly our own and when they're being influenced by technology. Convenience isn't the enemy. When we use technology intentionally, it can actually support our independence instead of replacing it. The key is balance, using tools to help us, but not letting them take over. By being mindful about how we engage with convenience, we can preserve our autonomy and keep our skills sharp. It's all about making choices that support, rather than undermine, our independence. Reclaim independence in a world full of convenience, we need to practice the skills that technology makes optional. Small acts, like planning a route without GPS or making decisions without an app, can rebuild our confidence and capability. Independence grows through effort, not just through ease. By engaging more actively and trusting ourselves, we can strengthen our autonomy, even in a tech-driven world. Convenience technologies are quietly reshaping our independence, not by force, but through comfort. When effort disappears, so can our sense of capability. Staying engaged and making intentional choices in an easy world is a powerful way to preserve autonomy. By being aware of how convenience shapes our behavior, we can prevent dependence and keep our independence strong. That wraps up our exploration of convenience technologies and human independence. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If this video made you think, feel free to revisit or share it with others. Stay curious, stay engaged, and I'll see you in the next one.